Hey, Frazzle here from the Online Inn once again to talk about the PvP that is coming. I actually got a invite to the closed beta and I've been playing a few hours of it. I haven't lost a game yet, technically. I did stall out of a couple games and I walked away from one, but undefeated so far. Let me know in the comments if you think you can beat me in a game. If you haven't already checked out their white paper, do that. Definitely do that. Right now they're already down to quarter 3 and most of the stuff is going right according to plan. Like they had their big burn event, the mining phase ended. Actually, alright, they released the artifact brawlers, the artifact pack, the artifact ring. They got the soundtrack, which you hear in the background right now, and then they're going close to quarter 4, so a lot of this stuff is like PvP beta. It's all checked off, so we're mostly just waiting for the next thing. PvP goes live. There's going to be faction leaderboards. Well, just check out the website and do a little bit of digging yourself. I know I can't wait to see some friends' names pop up in the versus matches in the future. The system, well thought out in my opinion. Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic the Gathering, put it together. I'm a huge fan of Magic the Gathering. I haven't played in a couple of years, honestly, but I was big into it as a kid. Knowing when to fold or flex will give you a huge advantage. Anyways, I'm going to take you to the gameplay portion of this. I was able to let you all have a sneaky peeky at it. Before I do, let's all give you the code word. I know a lot of you just came for that. It's going to be Sting, all lowercase, S-T-I-N-G. Once again, all lowercase. I know a few of you might remember him, always coming in with that little bat and the face paint. I got his autograph as a kid when I went to a WCW match, and I always just thought of him as my favorite wrestler. So hopefully not a lot of us pick the same names. Like, well, I'm not going to throw out any names so I don't confuse you, but yeah, let's go to the video.
It should find us.
There we are. Boom. Okay.
Ta-da. Yay.
Playing with the unknown warrior here.
I love it when software works. This is an introduction that we should probably edit out, Tommy, because it's not going to be in the closed beta.
Probably. Yep. Absolutely.
Music we don't have the rights to. Little Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
All my life I've been looking for something that.
Some Colt tracks. We maybe throw some Colt's new bangers off here.
Probably some Yoshi drops at some point, right?
Ah, very good. Yes. All right. So then here's your screen. Let me see your cards are down here. You've got your health, power meter up here on the right. Emote is me add a little bit later. View your record of the match. This is like a running
like a console.
Exactly. Just to let you know, like, hey, this happened. All right. Over here we have the setup and we have the slam.
What does the setup card do, Tommy?
So the setup card is your front card. That's your card that you're facing. You're showing off this card. Okay. When you are trying to maybe trick an opponent, you want to try and psych them out. This is the card that they'll see right before they do the betting.
Okay, and then
the wagering.
The slam card is face down.
Slam card is face down. Yeah, that's the one that they're not going to see. So I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah, the face card conveys a certain amount of information. It presents something for your opponent to contemplate if they're trying to read you or read what you have relative to what they have.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, that's good to know.
Cool. All right, so I'm going to choose my first card. I think maybe I'll start off with the first one you click is going to be your setup card while you're playing this. And if you click the wrong one,
now what if you want to cycle them out? There you go. Okay, just click.
You just click them again and it'll switch them up. Yeah.
That 7/7 is like the third best hand of the game. You sure you don't want to play a 7/7?
Not yet. I think when I want to roll out, I want to maybe test the waters. I haven't played you yet, Mike. So I'll start with my 5.
Okay, so now to be clear, the best hand you can have is 16 because the cards are 1 through 8.
Yeah.
So 12 out of 16 it's not a great hand, but it's a really good hand. So
yeah, it's more than half.
Right, it's more than half.
So now that I've selected these, I'm going to click confirm.
Okay, I will click confirm as well.
And now I can see my opponent's up card is a 7. So looking at that up card, am I going to beat a 7 with my 12? There's a chance, as long as there's a 4 or lower here, or if they flex. Flexing is when your hidden card is lower than your face-up card. And last time we played this, I kept messing that up. So here's
if they're both the same, it's not a flex. But if that was If you were holding a 5-4, that'd be a flex. Or if I'm playing a 7-6 all the way down to a 7-1, that's considered a flex. You flex, it's like a bluff. It does way more damage.
Yeah.
But any flex that gets called by a non-flex hand is an automatic loss for the flexor. It does not matter if you're flexing with an 8-1, that's 9 points. But I play a 1-1, I have 2. My 2 will beat your 9 because the non-flex hand beats a flex hand every single time, no matter what.
Perfect. And then 1 second, I'm going to edit this out. I just want to double check. Is this still working? Good. Okay. No problems there. All right, so we can edit that out. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so
now we're in the betting phase.
And the betting phase happens right here, right below your health bar. 1, 2, 3, and fold. What's folding do, Mike?
Folding's really, really helpful. If you want to fold because you think you cannot win, what will happen on the next round is you'll draw 1 extra card every single time you fold, which is a really kind of strategic thing, up to 6 cards. And once you get 6 cards in your hand, you can't acquire any more cards. But if you fold while holding 6 cards, you actually can discard, you know, 1 or all or some of your cards that you have. So folding strategic is really important. The other really cool thing to remember about folding is it preserves your power meter. So if you get a power meter, every time you win a hand, your power meter goes up by 1 point. But if you fold, your power meter doesn't go down. But if you lose a hand when you play heads up, your power meter will reset to the very, very beginning. So folding at the right time is a really important and strategic kind of pro move.
Perfect. All right. Well, I see your 7 and I've got a 12. I'm not so confident about my odds, so I think I will fold this first round and confirm it.
Okay.
Ooh. All right. So what we're seeing here is just a quick little visual bug. That one that popped up was actually his hidden card. So you were flexing on it.
Actually, it's not my hidden card, Tommy.
Sorry, it's your slam card.
It's the only card I didn't play from my hand. I actually had a 7-8. I wanted you to play your 2 7s because I saw you had 2 7s. I wanted you to play them so I could bust you really bad on the first hand.
Okay.
I had a 15. I thought you were going to play a 14. I was going to gloat, but it didn't happen.
All right, well, I only took 1 bit of damage with my fold.
I promise not to look at your cards anymore. This is unfair because we're on live streaming, so I see Tommy's hand.
We are. I am video sharing, so we can get this shared with all of you. So it's all right. You can tease me a little bit. We'll have some rematches later. Don't worry.
Good. Okay, I like that.
All right. So now notice that I did fold, but now I have 4 cards to choose from down here. Notice I kept the 1 card in my hand, and I've got 4 more to pick. So now, if I really, you know, on top of that, over here on the left, you see Mike's power score has gone up by 1 because he won. He won the match. So now, when he does damage, he'll do more damage with the multiplier.
Yeah, because damage is your power meter. If you win a hand, it's your power meter times the amount you bet. If it gets to a showdown, and a showdown is when both players agree on what the bet amount is. If there's a fold, I only do the damage of my power meter. But it's good to always make sure your power meter is increasing.
Yeah, it's definitely an easy way. If you get it up to 6 and bet a 3 and win, that's 18 points of damage, which is almost all of your opponent. So,
ouchie.
Yeah. So let's see. So let me.
Ouch, ouch. I promise not to look.
All right, don't look.
While I figure out my cards.
All right. And I think you'll notice here, if you saw on my screen, I am flexing, so I've got the flexing right here above it.
Ooh,
so now we vote, right? So let's see. He's got a 1 showing. I'm pretty confident no matter what, you know, the highest thing he could have is a 9. I'm playing a 5, but if I'm flexing, even if he has a 2, I'm going to lose because I'm flexing, unless he's flexing.
Right.
So let's just go for it. I'll do a bet of 1. You know, I'll do a bet of 2. I'm confident here.
There you go.
There you go. Oh,
good smart play. I was getting rid of my trash, Tommy, and that was a smart play by you.
All right.
I like to fold early. That's something that I tend to do a little bit more often than not. Tommy, he flexed opportunistically. You see, I'm now at 4 cards, but my power meter was preserved at 2. But Tommy now also has 2 cards or 4 cards. His power meter is at 2. But now Tommy's done more damage. So he's got more health than I do. He's got the same number of draw cards. Our power meters are the same. So after round 2, we're pretty even. But that was a good exchange right there.
All right. Let's see if I can get you this time.
I don't know what's in the coat. It likes to give me really crappy cards. I don't know why.
Speaking of these cards, these are 32 cards that we share, right? There's 4 of each number in the deck.
Right.
And we're pulling from the same deck. So keep that in mind. If you're good at counting cards, you might be able to have a little advantage.
It gives you a little bit of information. So if you're sitting on 3 7s and you play 2 of them, the chance of your opponent your opponent plays 1-7, the chance he has another 7 to tie you is probably really, really low. So keep in mind what the quote unquote outs are, so to speak. And the remaining cards in the deck reshuffle every time, but your cards stay the same. But like Tommy said, it's a cap of 4 per card number.
Right. So there's in every deck, there's 4 8s, 4 7s, etc., all the way back down to 1. So I see you've got a 1.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that this is going to crush a 1, so I'm going to go hard and try to bet a 3.
Right. I like seeing you waste your power cards early when your power meter is low.
Yes.
Like 15 when your power meter is at 2. I'll take that every time. Okay. I have confirmed my folding. When I live to fight another day, I preserve my power meter, but my cards go from 4 to 5 now.
And I've only got 4, but my power meter goes up. And then if I want to record what was going on, oh, Mike, you're cutting out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Look at the console and see what it
Yeah,
says.
I was going to show it off. So like here we're keeping track of what's been going on during every round, right? So
it's going to get all cleaned up.
Damage. Yeah, this is like we said. This is beta.
This is very much work in progress. So.
All right, cool. So now like you said, I've got trash. I've got nothing but trash now. So let's see how this goes. I'm not too confident in my chances here. I'll wager 1. Maybe you got trash too.
I do have trash. And I am. I'm looking to get out of the trash business.
All right, cool.
I'm absolutely looking to get out of the trash business. So I will take my beating like a man. Now my cards are at 6. I feel much better. My power meter's still at 2. You've got a little bit more of a health advantage on me, which kind of bumps me up. But I really like how I'm setting up now for the mid game.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see how this goes moving forward.
Right. So and it's like now that the power meters are up more, if I wanted to fold additionally to get more cards, it's not going to be as advantageous for me because the power meters are increasing. Yeah, almost at Power Rangers. All right, let's see.
Exactly.
Let's go with these two. Don't want to flex.
Now you saw my cards show up before Tommy actually confirmed his cards. In the closed beta, no cards will be visible till both players have absolutely confirmed what cards they want to play. So it's just a timing issue we're working on fixing.
Yeah. So right now, like a 6, there's a good chance, like if he's got a 3, we're going to push, but a 4 or better is going to beat me. So I think I'll just wager 1. I don't want to just see kind of how you do. Let me do my wager.
Now, and I'm not too sure. I've got a 6 showing, but he's got a 4, and I know that there are cards in his hand that could beat me. So I'm only going to go with a 2 bet. I'm not super confident. I don't want to take a ton of damage if he wins, because 3 times 4 would be 12 points. But I can stomach 8 points of damage, so I bet a 2. So his 2 times 4 I can weather, but 3 times 4 would be my undoing, and I would lose. So I'm going to just wait in at a 2 and see if he takes the bait. See if he does.
And then so now what I've got is, because I only bet 1 and Mike bet 2, I can now call him on his 2. In the later versions, Mike, you said that at this point we will have the option to fold. Is that correct?
That is correct.
In a later version. Okay, cool. All right, so let me call.
Hopefully in the closed beta version. In the version
we're getting lots of versions quickly here.
Yeah, there are 3 bets that are made in every single round. One is your bet, one is your opponent's bet, and then whoever, if they're not matched, then there's one more chance to call. So you either match or you fold, and that's it. It's literally 3 bets. It's pretty simple.
All right, cool. All right, so I'll confirm.
Calling.
You had an 8, or you had it's like you crunched me for sure. And look, now that I lost, my power score is 1.
Yeah, I played a pair of 6s. I had a 12.
Yeah, and
that's pretty good. You weren't sitting on an 8.
Yeah, they played them all.
I may happen to have a lot of 8s in my hand. Again, I used the card counting to my advantage. I'm sitting on a bunch of 8s. I'm like, does he have 4-8? Probably not. I know I can beat a 4-7.
Yeah. All right. So let's go again here.
Let's go again. And your power meter's down to 1. Now I'm not so afraid of being more aggressive with my bets.
Exactly. Because even if I bet 3, the most damage I can do is 3 right now in the closed beta. So let's just go. I'm get some of my trash. Not gonna lie. Like at this point, I'm not sure what you're betting. I don't think I'm gonna bet. I need more cards. I don't have enough options. So I'm gonna fold this hand and see if I can take my beating. How bad of a beating I'm gonna take.
Not too bad. It'll be 4 points if you fold, right?
Okay, right, because it's just a straight power meter, no application, no multiplication by the bet. That's right.
Now, in the closed beta, your health amount will actually be shown. It won't be just tick marks. It'll say, like, I think I'm at 13. I think you're at 12.
Right, exactly. And now we're in the mid game. So remember in the beginning, in the earlier round, this is up here in the top. It's just going to say round 2. We're going to fix that. But in the earlier round, I had the advantage with an extra power meter and the same amount of cards. But now you have one more card than me, and your power meter is much higher. So if I want to get 6 cards to match up to have as many options as you, I've got to take my licking again. And I don't know if I can do that with the
good luck, because if you keep folding, my power meter go 5, 6, 7. You can't fold your way to a 16. Like, you got to bring a little bit of the heat here, son.
Well, let's see how much heat I can bring. Here's the hottest I got. Let me just go for broke. I'm going to wager 3. Maybe I can bluff you. Maybe I can scare you off. Oh, looks like no. And
that
Blockchain Brawlers.
3 bet times my 5 power meter. I did 15 points of damage. You only had 13 points of health, so therefore I won.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what happens if we tie, Tommy? Do you know?
Okay, if it is a show off and we tie,
right?
If I remember, the power scores stay the same, and we do damage to each other.
Close. The power meters both reset to 1.
That's right. They both reset.
We do full damage.
That's right.
But it's like this global reset, but we both do whatever damage we're supposed to do to each other.
Right. And then one thing that I don't think we necessarily cover is, like, when you flex, if the other opponent does not flex and calls you, you're going to lose.
Right.
If both of you flex, the higher number will win the flex off.
It's the exact same rules of the higher number wins.
Right.
What's really interesting is that the flexing damage on a winning hand is insane. So if a flexing hand beats another flexing hand and it takes the power, because what typically happens with a flex is that you just get your multiplier and that's it. You don't get the power meter, you don't get anything, you just get the multiplier plus 1. So if you both flex, though, it's multiplier plus 1 times power meter. It's like, it's insanity. You rarely see flex on flex violence, but it's
all right. I'm sure we're going to see it, because I know that this community loves to flex, and they're always jamming on each other. So I know we'll see some of this. I'm excited.
Yeah, they do. It's going to be great.
Very cool. So remember, this is going to be our closed beta. Everything is, we got fixes coming through very rapidly, and updates, so that we can be accelerating towards the full game.
Yeah, and we have a really lengthy blog post explaining the rules. We also have a pinned post in the Discord channel on the closed beta in terms of what are the kind of the cheat sheet of, like, oh, have to have a higher value here, have to do this, have to do that. It's real kind of things. But, look, play the game 2 to 3 times. It's really quick to pick up, but the strategy takes a little bit of about a minute, and you'll pick up on it really quickly. And we hope to see you in the Brawlosium throwing down with Tommy and myself.
Absolutely. And then just to remind me, our closed beta participants will be getting a Steam code to download the app, the client.
We will be emailing those that we have email addresses for. We'll be emailing them a Steam key, their own personal Steam key to go in and enter it into. What you'll do is you'll make sure that you have the Steam app downloaded. You'll go to library, not to store. Mm-hmm. You will search on Blockchain Brawlers, and then it will prompt you to enter your key. It'll vet that key, and then you'll be allowed to download the client. And you have a Mac or a PC client to download. And I think we support I know we support at least Windows 10. I think it goes a little bit lower than that. And on the on the Mac side, it's Big Sur 11.4 and higher, which is like 8 years old from an OS standpoint. So you should be well covered in that regard. And you can play Mac versus PC, so it's cross platform. So we hope to see you there. We hope you like it, and as always, feel free to share your feedback with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Please share all your feedback in those channels we've got set up for you. We're excited for this. So we hope you're excited too. Can't wait to get everybody in here and play. And
LFB, baby.
Yes, let's freaking brawl. Thank you, Mike, for taking the time to meet with me today and do this quick video. And I'll see you in the armbar.
Always a pleasure, Tommy. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So now that you've seen how to play, what kind of strategies are you all going to be picking? I know I, for one, like to fold early if I have some lower cards and get rid of them in that first match, and then play non-flexing hands to win out the game. That's kind of like my strategy right there. But once in a while, I'll risk, throwing out a mid-tier card and flexing just because it's a little riskier. It makes it fun. Let me know in the comments if you plan to play. I know the summer block party is almost at its end, and I'd love to know what you guys liked about it or what you didn't like. Let me hear your thoughts on some flexing and folding strategies in the Discord or in the comments below. Thanks everybody for coming to the very end of this. I hope you all had a wonderful evening, noon, and night.